Hi guys. So, according to the votes on the little community tab, you guys win, and I'm going to resin the beautiful embroidery piece acrylic pour. You know, I was in debates. I wanted to do it and then I didn't want to do it because this stuff is so pretty and soft to the touch, but then I was really curious too on how resin was going to be over top of the embroidery. So I'm going to do it for you guys and check it out. I mean, I can always embroider another, it just takes a really long time. I do think the only issue I'm going to have is probably air bubbles, and I got to be careful when torching the resin because I don't want to catch any of the thread on fire, obviously. I have some handy dandy, just going to grab them, these little skewers for bubbles that I can use to, because I'm going to have to come back and keep checking this over and over and over again. So, because I have a feeling bubbles will probably, like as the resin seeps under the embroidery, I might have some issues. You know, I might not even mind if there's a few bubbles on the leaves and stuff, because it's kind of like maybe, you know, the flowers are out on a rainy day. That's me justifying it. So I tried to level it as best I could. It's a little bit teetery, but this is where I might have some issues. I'm going to push it down as best I can. I have not supported the back because I want the resin to pool over this in the middle, because this stuff is actually fairly high, guys. And so I have to get the resin to cover all of this. So I might need 2 coats. I'm not sure. With the art resin calculator, it calculates about 1/4 inch, but I might lose some off the sides. We're going to try it. We're going to see. You guys wanted it. You voted. So this is it. I've brushed it off as best I could. I'm just trying to, I was trying to push down any loose scraggly hairs or any threads. And we're going to go for it, guys. I did mix up some art resin. It asked for 5 ounces because this is a 12 by 12 inch canvas. I did do up 6 ounces, so I did a little extra. And if I have to do a second coat, I guess I have to do a second coat. But I'm a little bit nervous to kind of pour it over the embroidery. I'm not going to lie to you, because it is so, I really think it's pretty, and I am, it's so soft to the touch, but I think it'll be cool. I think it'll really bring it out, and let's give this a try, I guess, guys. Oh, so nervous. So it's not going to be a super long video. This was just to try this out and see. I do have a lot of air bubbles in here because I was mixing it vigorously, I guess. I might just tap a bit. Alright, you guys ready? Ready to pour over the embroidery? I'm scared. I'm kind of scared, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, ready? Let's just do it. There it goes. We're covering it. Oh, we're putting all of this resin on top of the embroidery. Oh my goodness. We're doing it, guys. Oh look, the embroidery is actually getting darker. So I think because the resin is soaking in. I never thought of that, but that's okay. This is experimentations with my CraftyJenn awesome YouTube followers and everybody out there. I wonder if I'm going to have to mix up more resin. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it's interesting how the resin has soaked into the threads, guys. Can you see how dark it's getting? Something I never really thought about, but that's okay. This is just, this is us figuring it out together. No, I don't think anybody's ever resined embroidery. I'm not sure. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but they might not have for this exact reason, because it does seep into that thread. As you can see, I wonder how that's going to turn out when it dries. This is too, this might be an issue right here. because this thread was really high, so I might need a second coat just because of that little area. So I'm just gonna spread it out, and this might not be as vibrant as when I first created it, but maybe when the resin dries it will. I am curious now on what it's gonna be like when it dries, because it is definitely different when I pour it over. Oh my goodness, guys, this is crazy. I just did it. There's no going back now. I have poured resin on the embroidery. What have I done? What have I done? I spent so many hours on that embroidery, but you know what? I love experimenting, trying things out with you guys, so I'm okay. I'll get over it. I'm gonna figure, maybe when it dries it'll be a little different, I'm not sure. But it is pooling in the middle, which I'm happy about because the embroidery does stick up quite a bit. But I don't know if, I think I'm gonna have to put a second coat, to be honest with you. Because there's still some of the thread that is sticking up above that resin. I could try and coat it, but it just kind of dissipates because resin will naturally self-level. And right here, where this leaf is, it's kind of sticking up. So I'm not sure. I think I'm going to have to do a second coat. These seem to be okay right here. They were pretty bumpy. The middle seems pretty good. Oh my goodness, I can't believe how dark the thread got because of the resin soaking into it. Like the sunflower centers used to be a dark brown, and now they're like a black. And I'm wondering, because resin's will dry clear, if that's gonna change or what. Not too sure, guys. But we are trying it out. Okay, I think I'm gonna try torching. This could be also interesting. Because I don't want to catch any of that thread on fire. That's for sure. So I'm just gonna quickly go over and try my best. Make sure I don't get any of the thread. Wow, that changed the look of it a lot. Like, look at this green here. The green went even darker into like a really dark green. The dark brown went into like a black color. The yellow got dark, not as bright. The oranges that were super bright kind of deepened down. Everything went darker. I could see right here, like, it's almost like the resin hasn't quite saturated into all of this thread right here. You see how some of it in the yellow is kind of lighter than the rest. So I'm just using my little skewer thing here to maybe get some of the bubbles to come up that might be trapped in the threads. Fix a few things, yeah, like right in there. See this one, I could tell already that the flower comes up above the surface. So this might be the one and only time I ever resin some embroidery. But you know what? It's kind of cool to experiment, try things out. Might bring the peace letters out more, I'm not too sure. Well, now we know what resin does to embroidery. It darkens it. Because I don't think anybody has ever resined some embroidery. But I'm going to let that dry and see what happens with those colors, like once it's dry. See if they bounce back or if they stay dark like that. I'm not sure. But that is resin over embroidery. I know it looks dark, guys, but I'll show you it after it dries overnight, and we'll see what it looks like. Okay guys, so it is dry, as you can hear, and definitely way dark. Oh, I can't believe how dark that went. Some of it is still sticking up, so I think I totally ruined it, but it was a good experiment. You know, I can always make another one, but at least you guys know what happens when you resin embroidery, which is pretty crazy because it seeped into all the thread and just darkened it way up. Now the acrylic pour is looking fabulous. This came out really pretty. It enriched the blues and the cells, so that's good. I don't know that I'm gonna do, I did, some parts got rejected. I don't know that I want to keep adding resin to it because I'm not totally in love with it. I will show you the back. It did, the resin did seep through where all the thread is here, and you can see like it kind of changed the colors darker even on the back, so it did seep through where the holes are. And so that's where I was saying I should have taped the back here, but well, I gave it a whirl guys, and this is what happens. It totally darkened it. But you know what? It was a good experiment, a good test, so everybody else knows out there, maybe don't resin embroidery. Doesn't really work because it totally changes all the colors. So they're not as vibrant, they're not as bright. They are, they're very dark. So, and you'd have to put probably quite a few layers, probably another layer for sure of resin, because this is all sticking up through the resin. And yeah, but you know what? It was pretty cool. I don't know, yeah, that I'll keep going with it. So, but I hope you guys enjoyed my crazy video. I also wanted to mention, because it's just a short video on this, YouTube is doing a new thing where you can, in the descriptions, what I've been doing on my longer videos is there's video chapters. So what I do is I break down the videos, and you'll see there's little links with like 0000 is the start, and then there's numbers. And all you got to do is if you go in the description, you can click on those different little links. It'll bring you to different points in the longer videos. So like on my dream catcher female silhouette, I have on there creating the dream catcher. So if you want to just go to that portion of the video, you can just click on the little link there in the description. It'll take you right to that portion. So I do appreciate when you watch the whole video, but you know, if you were going back to one of my videos, the longer ones, and you just wanted to watch a certain section of the video, this is a new feature YouTube is doing where I can actually break up my video into different chapters. So I just thought I'd let you guys know, since this is a quick video of me totally making a mess of this painting and embroidery, but that's okay. So I just thought I'd let you guys know about that. I haven't done it to a lot of my older ones, mostly just the longer, newer videos. The short videos, obviously, I don't do it on, but the ones where I have detailed steps and stuff, I have different chapters. So you can see that in the video description, and that way you can always just watch and click through, or if you want to go back to a certain portion of the video each time, you know, to rewatch it, you can just click in the video description. So I want to say a huge thank you guys for subscribing, watching, liking, commenting. I greatly appreciate it, and I hope you're enjoying these. And thank you for using my Amazon links in the description. They help me out greatly, and there's no extra cost to you, and I really appreciate it, guys. So I hope you enjoy. Do not resin your embroidery. That's the lesson for today. It becomes a giant dark mess. So have fun creating, guys, and thanks.